fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Ultraman Omega Sofubi and Meteor starter set. This kind of is a nice little, sample of everything you need to get ready for the show. So we get our first Ultra Meteor. This is the Omega Meteor Omega Color version. We also get the vinyl figure of Ultraman Omega from the Ultra Hero series. And then we have this Ultraman Omega starter guide. So I'm assuming it's just a little booklet that's going to just show us some stuff. Obviously, this is his main henshin device, which I believe is called the Omega Slugger. It says DX Omega Slugger. So you can see the little meteors plug into the back, and then I think they show through this hole right here. And then that makes this thing pop open. He transforms, all that good stuff. This is already coming out this Friday. So the way HLJ has been sending my EMS packages, I'll probably have it in about 2 weeks. But at least we can take a look at this in the meantime. I'm going to get everything out of the box here, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is everything you get in the set. We'll start here with the vinyl figure for Ultraman Omega. In a shocking turn of events, he is primarily red and silver in color. But he does have some nice blue for the eyes and the color timer here on the chest. Now, apparently, he's got a lot more silver on the back when it comes to the actual suit in the show. But being a vinyl figure, they didn't paint the back, so he misses out on a little bit there. But I do have to give him credit. They actually did this little bit of silver here on the back of the head. So I do appreciate that. Standard vinyl figure from the Ultra Hero series. You have the arms that can spin around almost 180, but you kind of hit into the shoulder pads there. But if you really force it, you can get it all the way around. And then he has a swivel at the waist as well. And that is pretty much it. But he looks cool. I think it's neat they actually, usually, the head looks very similar. I feel like this guy you'll be able to tell if you put him in a crowd of other Ultramen because they kind of went a little different with his design. The head is primarily red with the blue eyes. I think that looks really cool. So I appreciate that it's a little bit different in terms of, all the Ultramen. They could use other colors to start, but seeing as how they seem to always want them to be red and silver, at least they're switching it up a little bit. So I think he looks kind of neat. Next up, we have our first of our gimmick items for this year, the Ultra Meteor. Smaller than I thought it would be. But this one has some nice translucent red glittery plastic there. This is the Omega Color version, so I'm assuming the one that comes with the changer will just be, gray or, something like that, not translucent red. It's got a little clip here on the back. I'm not really sure what that's for. It looks like it's got something that will be read by the changer here on the bottom, and it kind of slides in like this. So I don't really know what the clip does, but we'll see once we get that in a week or so. But yeah, kind of neat. And then we have the little starter guide. So this is actually kind of cool. Shows us off a little bit of what we need to know here. So here is some nice pics of Ultraman Omega. And here's his human host. Looks like Okida Sorato. If I'm saying that correctly. Hopefully I am. Then it shows here the Omega Suraga. So Omega Slugger. Shows in the closed up version, then you insert. So yeah, you can see right here, it's just gray. It's not red. So, the clip I see, he wears it around his neck. So the clip must be to clip it to the necklace, and then he can detach it. Okay. Oh yeah, you can see here's the necklace here. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, so that clips it to the necklace. That's kind of cool. So the one that comes with the Omega Slugger is just gray. Doesn't have the translucent red. So I don't know if it'll do different sounds or not. We'll see. Then this thing pops open. He transforms. There you go. I have to say, this is really cool. This is probably the part of the show that has me the most excited. I don't remember if it was in a past review I did, or maybe it was an episode of the podcast I do, live show every Friday called Geek Each Week, where I talked about I would love for them to go back and do kind of like what they did with X, where, every time he defeats a monster, he gets their powers like Mega Man style. And that seems to be what's happening here. So we have these two primary monsters. I'm probably going to say these wrong, so forgive me. But Rekinese? I'm not really sure. This one, I believe, is Trigoron. We'll go with that. But they actually give him forms, which I think is really cool. This one turns into a sword and gives him like some armor. And then this one also gives him some armor and turns into like a claw weapon. So I think that's really cool. I don't know if it's possible for him to use them at the same time. It looks like they give him different shoulders, so maybe there's a form where he can use both at the same time and get super armored up. But that's really neat. I think that's a really cool idea. I hope it goes beyond just the two. I hope he gets some other ones down the line. We'll see how that goes, but I think that's a really cool idea and something I've been wanting them to do again for a long time. Here are some of the other Meteor sets. So, of course, we're going to have Meteors for past Ultraman characters. And then these are the transformation ones. This is, I think, for Regines and Toraigeron. And then that's the changer. And then that's the necklace piece. So I guess that's what they can connect to, which is pretty cool. And it looks like there's going to be a promotional one of Zet and Zero. That looks pretty cool. Probably will come out with the first release of the Omega Slugger. So we'll see if I get that. And then we have the toys here for the transformations for the weapons and forms, which I think look really cool. And then we have, this is the Ultra Action Figure series. I think they're going to do the same thing they kind of did with Arc last year, where the very first release is a set, so you get the figure and the 2 sets of armor all together in one. So that should be cool. Looks like some bath bomb toys, some PJs. This is again showing some of the other Meteors that will be available. This looks like the first candy toy release. I'm not really sure what these are. These statues? I'm not really sure what these are. Figurized standard, so there's going to be some model kits. Entry grade, that might be a model kit as well. Got the figure arts. I believe that's already up for pre-order. Some other figure arts that look like they're coming out. Looks like they're getting to all Arcs forms and whatnot. And then again, just showing some more vinyl figures here on the back. So really cool. I think this is neat. It's a neat little promotional thing just to get you excited about some of the other toys and things that are coming out soon. So pretty cool, fun little thing. Yeah, this is just a neat little set. I think it was only like $7 or something like that. You get, of course, the vinyl figure. You get a special version of the base Meteor. And then you get the little book with some of the promotional stuff showing you what else is coming out. So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I go into every year for Ultraman with the highest hopes. I did finish Arc, so I will say that I did finish all of Arc. I could not get through Blazer, but I did finish Arc. Hoping to stick with Omega. Like I said, I like what I see so far. I think the base suit looks cool. I like the armors with the monsters. I think that's going to be neat. So, fingers crossed that this show can keep the momentum. And I will say the one thing it has going for it is that it's usually only about 20-some episodes. It's not a full 54-year. So that is something that Ultraman always has going for it. But yeah, very cool so far. I'm excited to see what comes down the pike. Like I said, don't have long to wait. I think it starts either this weekend or next, so won't be long. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited about anything? Are you passing this year? Do you follow Ultraman in general? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.